Good morning, YouTube. It's time to review our trades from yesterday. We had a full losing day, minus basically $400. I don't know if I could afford those anymore. To be honest, I want to cut my losing days down to $250 to $300 because $400 losing days are kind of big, and it's a bit hard to recover. Like if I just cut them small, my winning days would be way bigger, and I feel like I'd actually be more profitable. But anyways, CVX. First trade of the day, pullback color change off AMA on 2 minute. This one maybe was a bit early. It was this guy right here. Get the pen. So I entered on this bar when it took out the body of this bar, but didn't really trigger until maybe here. But yeah, I went, let me see, 2 lots there. Let me just get my executions. It's a pretty short day. Yeah, so 4 lots around there on this bar, pretty much. Bruh. Four lots here with the stop underneath. See, look, my entries were average 166.81 and had 4 lots, so 25 cents below. Let's do the math. 81 minus 25, 56. I could have had my stop at, right? Bottom of this bar, 59, 59. So I had my stop at 59 when I could have had it at 56. So next thing you know, this bar takes me out. It might have been news or something, but that shit fucking slipped me terribly because I should have gotten out for a perfect, what is that, $81, in at 81, average of 81, and I was supposed to be out at 59. That's 22 cents a lot on 4 lots. It should have been an $88 losing trade. Instead, this thing slipped me, and I got filled at 45, which is freaking down here, bro. Let me see where that is. 45. Bro. Yeah, that's fucking down there. So really, I got filled down here when my stop was supposed to be there. So I lost an additional, what, 59 minus filled at 45. I lost an additional 14 cents on 4 lots, $56 because of this motherfucking fill, which was terrible. Name, color change, pullback color change. Yeah, clean that up. Pullback, color change, position, rising 8, risk. Risk was good, but fucking this thing ended up losing $145, which was terrible. That's like a risk unit and a half. But yeah, what did I see from this thing? Well, saw price able to hold above the 200, right? Get above. Thought it was coming back to retest, but it never followed through. And then this may have been a news bar or something, but it went crazy. Very, very bad slippage. I'm not even gonna say this is my fault. I just don't think it's my fault. I should probably, to be honest, I should probably add a mediocre section, bro. Let me add a mediocre section. Because good and bad is so black and white. So some of these trades, they're not like good or bad. They just like the one right now, for example, is just mediocre. Mediocre. This trade was okay. Some may say it was a bit rushed. I didn't quite wait for the high to get taken out. I just waited for the red body to get taken out by green, and that's when I entered. My stop was a vent under the bar, which should have been 22 cents on 4 lots for a loss of 88 bucks. This thing hit my stop and slipped me by 14 cents, so I lost way more than I needed, which was not my intention at all. So yeah. So I saw some bullish momentum, and it was clearing into blue. It was clearing into blue skies. But I just got no follow through. My next trade was after this thing stopped me out and tailed out pretty largely. Well, you could guess. I tried another long. It was this tail bar right here, which looked good for a second. You know, it closed nice and strong, but next thing you know, bye. So let me see. Two lots average at 166.9 supposedly. So yeah, I entered here. Two lots. With an alt stop, I went under this bar, I believe. 66.52. This one damn near stopped me out, but it didn't. Boom. And then I did add. Let's see where the ad was. At 67.1. Pretty sure over here. 67.1 over this bar. I guess I could have gotten an earlier ad. I just added here. But really what I did was go off the 5 minute, if I remember correctly. So I went 2 here with the stop here, then over the top here I added 2, and then I just moved my stop under the bar, and that thing just got no follow through. I was trying to wait for new highs here into this 200 to take profit, but I didn't get that. So the ad kind of came here, move the stop to like literally below this bar, 75. I'm pretty sure my average price was at the whole number, 167. Yeah. So my average price was at 167 here, in between, and my stop was at right there. Yeah, I should have stopped out. Name, tail bar. Basically hit a re-entry. Position 20. Risk. Chilling. Name, tail bar. I gotta write what I added on. Was just clearing, kind of a clearing bar. I don't know what you would call that, takeout. Clearing bar, kind of. I mean, on the 2 minute, what it was the color change. Red bar takeout. Because you got this red bar right here that gets taken out. Position is off the rising 8. Risk is good. This one was minus 102. Honestly, I thought this trade was good. It closed pretty good on the 5, this bar. And I was trying to get it to 168, or at least it's 200 around 85. You know, write it up for $1 on 4 lots. I'm gonna put this trade in good. There was nothing wrong with it. Let's see. We entered even after it stopped me out because it put in a nice tail, which is normally bullish, off the 2 minute 20 and 5 minute 8. They added on the red bar takeout. Red bar takeout, which looks like a clearing bar on the 5, surging off of the 8. The average price was at the whole number, 167. My stop was 25 cents under the 25 cents, sitting under the 5 minute bar, big bar, at 166.75. I believed that bar, if there were true momentum, would have followed through to the 200 MA, to the 5-minute 200 MA, or 168 whole number. But so I wasn't willing to give up more than that bar if it failed. And well, it failed, no follow through. So good risk management. When the trade wasn't going in my favor. Maybe that's just good risk management. I don't know what to say. The trade didn't go my way. When you look at this, wait, you enter here, you could enter with an alternate stop. I added over the top here. 2, 2. It went tight right here because this is a big bar surging off the 8 MA. And shit, it's piercing the new high. It normally should follow through. So I wasn't willing to give up this green bar it just put in, bro. Like, why would I let it fall back this far? That's pretty dumb. So, yeah, just got out at that break right there. Then we got Apple. $92 loss. We entered at 10:38. This shit was nice. This looks like probably where we entered. Let's see. 10:38. Very nice. If the next bar triggers under the low, then that's a pretty solid entry on the red bar reversal. Triggers at 171.58. Let's see if it triggers. I mean, that's undeniable. That triggered. When was I out? 10:44. This bar took me out by 1 cent. Was I heavy on this position or something? 57. I could have afforded 25 cents. 82. Okay, but I put it over the one I answered on at 80. These never hit 80. I mean, this one would have taken me out anyways right here, but I'm trying to see. Alright, whatever. So look, I calculated off of this bar, 80 minus 58. I could have put on, so that's a 22-cent risk. I could have put on 4 lots, which is what I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't get quite 58. I got 57. So that's like a 23-cent risk. 4 lots here. Stop over the top. And well, I did get filled at 171.8 on the stop, which supposedly these ones took me out. This one. But looking at the data, it says it only the high got to 171.79. I'm guessing the spread and everything. This I didn't even follow through, but look, this would have stopped me out there. I mean, I would have. It had some nice follow through for a second. This maybe gave me just enough for a 1-to-1. into this pivot would have been 3-1, which would have been nice if it actually followed through. Didn't get that. This one was pretty nice. I mean, boom, boom. Split this thing in half. Maybe around here. 50%. Pull back, red bar reversal. Position, declining 20. This MA is pretty smoothly declining as well. So I don't really think it's my fault. Risk is good. Minus 92 bucks. This was a good trade. Just because it's losing doesn't mean it's bad. Alright, let's see. What we got here. Hey, I'm not gonna call this trade mediocre. I mean, it was good. Just got no follow through. Very beautiful look to it. Nice, solid first leg down. Had the pullback into the declining 20. That stayed below 50%. That's all I really asked for. Then I got the red bar reversal with price triggering under the low. The event. It was a perfect play, and I was looking for new lows to take profit, but never got that. And being the great risk manager that I am, I always obey my initial stop. And well, this trade simply got no follow through. Even though it was a textbook setup. It was a pretty textbook setup, man. What time was this? 10:36. Yeah, I mean, the 5-minute high roads moved down. Well, I was thinking that on the 15, look how bearish this was. Yeah, I mean, so yesterday we said that price might base into the 8, and this would be a nice location for it to drop and reject. It kind of did trigger. The same setup here. You got the red bar right here, reversal, that the next bar, look, this never triggered, never triggered, never triggered, never triggered. Now this bar right here, price did trigger below. So you could have taken an entry there with a stop over the top. And normally you wait for the new low. You get the new low, you take profits, right? That's situation 1. If price stalls out and then eventually comes back against your stop, then you just stop out. There's 2 scenarios. One, you make money, one, you don't, you know. The trading is simple like that. And I mean, I guess both of them failed this time. But you could see that it obviously triggered, because this triggers under at 171.54. This one hit 171.36. That triggered. And then the last trade, I probably shouldn't have taken this trade. I think it was on the 3-minute. This one was a bit too early of a trade. Yeah, I was honestly waiting to trade AMD because this shit looked hella nice. So you had a really nice tail at the beginning that didn't trigger quite yet on the 15. What does it do? Boom, 180 right there. Shit, bro. Beautiful follow through, gets far away. Get its pullback. Not quite back to the 20, but you know, price is staying in the lower half, maybe even lower third. And yeah, pretty near the 20. Take a trade right here. Now, I would say this last trade was kind of bad because it was impatience. Because I really wanted to milk a trade on AMD because I saw this shit look really great. I mean, that shit just looks like a perfect head and shoulders, man. You got a high here, you got a high here, and typically when price wants to go in an uptrend, what does it do? It puts in the pivot right here, goes higher, puts in a higher low, higher, right? Higher highs and higher lows. But in this case, I know it sounds stupid, head and shoulders, but what the fuck is that? You gotta be able to read what it means, right? So here, price actually holds this 20 right here, right? Making a higher or a lower high, which is not it's not something you want in if you're anticipating an uptrend, right? So this is actually showing that price might be reversing. That's what it did. Pretty nice location on this one to halt the 20. And at this point you got a lower high, right? And then, I mean, the most obvious event here is this that I was waiting for was this clearing bar. I wanted price to come down, come back up, and retest this, right? The 20 was here. I wanted price to get some height, then come back, retest the 20 here, and this neckline as the 20 catches up. I didn't find a trade off of there, but it never triggered, so I just had to wait. And the next entry that comes is here off the declining 20. This one was enough to get equal lows, which was I don't know if you could take profits on that, but probably a break-even trade, right? You enter here, by the time it gets here, okay, break even, and then that eventually stopped you out here. But that was the one that I was sitting the whole time trying to wait for, right? But instead, what I take is a trade on Apple. And I gotta say, it was some bullshit. It was at what? Let me see. It's 11:02. 11:02. And I entered pretty damn anticipatory, which is why it was bad. I mean, the idea of it wasn't too bad, but like just it's because it just never, the idea never triggered. So why did I take it anyways? So halfway here. %. 50%. What we got here, boom. Right, so I didn't catch any of this, but I was waiting for the 20 to get there. And it gives me this tail, which, dude, there's nothing special about this tail. It's not extra large. The body didn't grow extra large where I could anticipate. It's just a normal bar that I should wait for confirmation. So my entry should have been 171.38 under the low. Now did this bar trigger? No, the low was 171.39 as well. And then it continued to break the 20, which would invalidate my trade idea altogether. But because I was impatient, I just entered. When this thing became red, I just entered. Or this bar should have cleared under this bar's low, under 38, which is 37, which it didn't. So there's no trigger there, so why am I entering? Now I entered pretty early at 45 actually, which is here. I entered 2 lots. With the, I'm pretty sure an event stop, 73, right? Right here? Yeah, somewhere there. Next thing you know, I stop out. Name. Well, it is a tail bar, but not a tail bar that I should enter anticipation on. Position declining 20. You got the lower half. Risk was okay because I think I only had 60 bucks left. That's what I used on this. So minus 56 bucks. And I think this trade is gonna go in the bad section. Impatience. Let's see. Boom, boom. Three-minute trade. This trade is a bad trade because I was impatient. The trade never triggered, yet I was in and ended up taking a loss. I entered anticipation on the tail bar of the declining 20. Yeah. But the bar is nothing significant. Anticipation entries should only come when I see real momentum, and this is shown in plus bars when they get extra large, and when they get extra large, and I should just hop in without waiting. This bar was just normal, nothing special. So it should have been a confirmation entry at under the bar's low at, what was it, 171.38, 171.38, which never triggered at all. So if I was patient, I wouldn't have been in this trade and wouldn't have taken the unnecessary loss. Yeah, simple guys. Thank you, and we're about to start live trading right now.